Hello, students, welcome back. Today we are going to start chapter 4 layout of a business letter. We have studied about outward appearance of a business letter in last lecture of SPCC part 1. In this chapter we will learn the introduction and the regular parts of a business letter, explanation of the regular parts of a business letter with examples, the occasional parts of a business letter, explanation of the occasional parts of a business letter with examples, detailed study of the regular parts of a business letter, heading or letterhead, date, inside address, salutation, body of the letter, introductory paragraph, middle paragraph, concluding paragraph, complimentary close, signature, detailed study of the occasional parts of a business letter, that is personal and other notations, attention line, subject line, enclosure, carbon copy notations, identification line, mailing instruction, postscript. Okay. Now the regular parts of a business letter. There are various styles for letter writing. Among these various styles, fully blocked form and modified blocked form are used on a large scale. Various characteristics that make the latter meaningful are always be taken care of. It is a fact that when we receive a letter, our attention is primarily attracted towards its outward appearance. The 6 points that make the letter attractive should necessarily be taken care of. Thus, if the letter is attractive in appearance and written properly, the process of commercial communication becomes fruitful. In addition to this, the structure of or format of a business letter is an important facet. A business letter is divided into several parts. If they are arranged in their fixed order, the letter becomes meaningful and creates desired impact on the reader. Among these various parts, there are a few regular parts that should be compulsorily included in a letter, whereas there are occasional parts that are included as and when necessary in the structure of a letter. These parts are also known as occasional parts, included as per their need. All the parts which form the layout of a business letter are divided into two parts: regular parts and occasional parts. The regular parts of a business letter, it is necessary to maintain pre-decided accepted format of a business letter. Accordingly, heading, date, inside address, salutation, the body of the letter, complimentary clause and signature should be included in their pre-decided order and predetermined place. All these parts should consist all the necessary information. If any part is missing or misplaced, then the structure of a letter would be inaccurate. Then explanation of the compulsory parts of a business letter with examples: heading or letterhead, date, inside address, salutation, body of the letter, introductory paragraph, middle paragraph, concluding paragraph, complimentary clause, signature. Specimen of a regular parts of a business letter: heading, phone number, inside address, salutation, email, date, introductory paragraph, middle paragraph, concluding paragraph. It's called body of the letter, complimentary clause, signature. Then the occasional parts of a business letter: personal and other notations, attention line, subject line, enclosure, carbon copy notation, identification line, mailing instruction, postscript. Then explanation of the occasional or optional parts of a business letter. Apart from the 7 compulsory parts of a business letter. There are certain occasional or optional parts that are used as per the requirement in a business letter. It is necessary to develop understanding about the purpose and place of writing any information which should be taken care of. Among the occasional or optional parts listed here, a few are mentioned before the main part of the letter, whereas a few are mentioned after the last compulsory part, that is the signature. Here given a specific a specimen of occasional parts of a business letter: heading, phone number, email, date, personal and other notation, inside address, attention line, subject line, salutation, body of the letter, complimentary clause, signature, enclosure, carbon copy notation, identification line, mailing instruction, postscript. Then detailed study of the regular parts of a business letter. Heading, letterhead. The first regular part provides an introduction of the institution or firm. The letter begins with with this part. Some institutes or firms write letters on their printed letterhead: name of the institute or firm, type of business, postal address for correspondence, and other details like email, telephone, fax, or website are mentioned here. The logo, individual identification of institute or firm is also included here. All these details are mentioned at their fixed place. The institute or firm is written in block, bold or bold letters in the middle of the paper. The logo of the firm, either printed or embossed on its either side. Generally black or blue color is used for the front letter, but any color of choice can be used for the name of the firm. Address in a business can be written in the middle below the name of the firm, and for that the order of specific details, general detail, is followed. That means for the address, the shop number will be written first, the name of the building, the name of the area, thereafter the name of post office, area in which area falls, and lastly the name of the city and pin code are mentioned. The details like telephone number, fax number, email address and website are placed as per the convenience on left or side of the postal address. The first compulsory part of a letter, the letterhead, thus provides details, yet it should be noted that it should not cover more than 1/5 part of the paper. At this reference number of the letter is included in this part. For example, Better Home Appliances and address: dealers in household utilities, 10 Vinith Chambers behind ST bus stand, बारडोली, पिन कोड नंबर, डिस्ट्रिक्ट, ये सब सेंटर में दिया गया है, राइट। एंड फ़ोन नंबर एंड ईमेल वो लेफ्ट साइड है और राइट साइड फैक्स नंबर है। और द लेटर हेड कैन बी रिटन लाइक दिस ऑल्सो: बेटर होम अप्लायंसेस डीलर्स इन हाउस होल्ड यूटिलिटीज, ये सेंटर में दिया गया है। फ़ोन नंबर, फैक्स नंबर और ईमेल है वो लेफ्ट साइड में दिया गया है, और जो एड्रेस है वो राइट साइड में है। पिन कोड नंबर और डिस्ट्रिक्ट भी वहाँ पे ही है। देन डेट, the second important feature of the compulsory part of a business letter is the date. Its place is determined as per the style selected for letter writing, whether fully blocked or a modified block style. It provides time reference to the letter. The date referring to the date, month and year can be written in two ways: American method and British method. American method, it is also called cardinal numbers. Here the name of the month is written first and the date followed by a comma, and lastly the year. For example, January 10, 2016. British method, it is also called ordinal numbers. Here the date with ST, ND, RD, TH The manner they are pronounced is written first, then the name of the month followed by a comma, and lastly the year. For example, 10th January, 2016. It should be remembered that the full name of the month should be written and never in their short forms like Jan for January, Feb for February, and so on. In the same way, the year should be mentioned in 4 digits as 2016, and writing in short like 16 or 16 is not proper. For a business letter, it will also be improper to write the date as 22/01/16 or 22/01/16. ये सब तो आपको पता होगा कि हम ये इस तरह से हम डेट लिखते हैं, राइट, अमेरिकन मेथड से और ब्रिटिश मेथड से लेटर में. Then inside address. In this part, the address of the receiver of the letter is written. It is written beside the left margin, leaving one line after the date. For this address to the order of specific to general details is to be followed, and the punctuation marks are used accordingly. When the letter is addressed to a person, his or her name, and if need be, his or her designation is also mentioned. When a name is mentioned as part of an inside address, then prefix used for respect must be mentioned. Mr., the short form of Mr., is used before the name of a gentleman. For example, Mr. J.K. Mehra. When the name of a lady is referred to, and if that lady is married, then Mrs., the short form of mistress, is used before her name. If the lady is unmarried, then Miss is used before her name. When there is no idea about the marital status of the lady, or if she does not want to disclose it, MS, pronounced as Miss, is used before her name. For example, Mrs. Ananta Virani, Miss Devasri Thakkar, Miss Pratiti Pandit. In old days in England, the word showing honor, Esquire, was popularly used for gentlemen. In short form, it was referred to as ESQ. It was written after the full name. For example, R.V. Vaidya, Esquire. Some people opt to mention their degree along with their names. It is preferred not to use Esquire and degree both together. If it is inevitable to use both, then it can be written as R.V. Vaidya, Esquire, PhD. Some people prefer to mention their degree or designation or title conferred upon them. This can be listed as Doctor, Professor, Sir, Padma Shri, Captain, Colonel, and so on. They will be mentioned before the full names as Dr. Ujjwa Dhruv, Sir Ravindra Jadeja, Professor Nilay Med. When designation along with title is referred to, it should be written like this: Dr. Rishabh Pandya. In case of ladies, it should be written as Dr. Nandana Bhargav, Professor Kajri Mehta. With the title of a firm having personal name, Mazars is written before it as Mazars Rajani Brothers. With the title of a firm having impersonal name, the is written before it is. For example, the Radix Corporation. When the executives of any limited company, private firm, bank, or public venture are to be addressed as part of inside address, then their designations are mentioned in their names. For example, the secretary, Jaikor Group of Industries, Ahmedabad. For example, the manager, State Bank of India, Navrangpura. राइट. तो हम इसी तरह से अगर किसी डेजिग्नेशन पे लेटर लिखना होता है तो इसी तरह से लिखते हैं. द सेक्रेटरी, जयकर ग्रुप ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज, अहमदाबाद. द मैनेजर, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, नवरंगपुरा. राइट. Then salutation. After the inside address, beside the left margin, leaving one line, the words of respect showing readiness for communication written for the receiver of the latter are called the salutation. As per general tradition, we greet one another in the beginning of any interaction like hello, how are you, how do you do, and so on. In fact, the important part of the latter now begins, therefore, it would be appropriate to greet the receiver of the latter. This salutation can be like dear sir, dear madam, dear Mr. Suri, my dear Mr. Thakkar. It should be remembered at this stage that if the name of the person is mentioned as part of inside address, then as salutation after dear, that name should be mentioned. If some name is mentioned but designation is mentioned, then the salutation be sir or madam. When the letter is addressed to some group, the salutation will be gentleman. As per the British method, the punctuation mark, comma, is placed after a salutation, whereas as per American method, the punctuation mark colon is placed. The other important thing about salutation is that it reveals the proximity or nearness in relationship between the letter writer and its receiver. For example, for official correspondence with government institutions, the most formal salutation, that is sir or madam, is used. In general correspondence, the salutation dear sir or dear madam is used. When there is an intimate relationship with the receiver, the salutation like my dear Khan is used. It is the salutation that decides the complementary clause because both are interconnected. Right? Now we will continue part 2 of chapter 4 in next lecture. I hope you all understand and enjoyed well. Still anyone want to ask regarding this chapter, they can ask me, and read and write question answer of your exercise in your fair book. Okay, thank you.